Na tunaenda wapi? Mbali.
Endelea kutazama Capuchin TV, huduma Katoliki ya uinjilishaji.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic Focus. My name is Deborah Mwanya and our sign language interpreter for this bulletin is Jane Mbaya. This evening we bring you a chronology of events that have been unfolding since morning surrounding the final moments of the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga as the nation continues to mourn one of its greatest leaders. We also reflect on the responsibility of each one of us in ensuring food security, a key message echoed globally as the Church joins the world in marking World Food Day. From the headquarters of the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO in Rome, Pope Leo XIV today joined global leaders in marking World Food Day, emphasizing the urgent need for collective action to end hunger and promote sustainable food systems. In his address, the Pope called on nations to uphold the dignity of every person by ensuring access to nutritious food, describing hunger as a moral failure in a world blessed with abundance. He urged governments, organizations, and individuals to strengthen partnerships that support small-scale farmers and protect the environment, reminding the world that feeding the hungry is not only a duty but an act of love and justice. This year's World Food Day focuses on building resilient food systems amid climate change, conflict, and economic inequality, challenges that continue to threaten food security for millions worldwide. The FAO ceremony brought together international dignitaries, development partners, and faith leaders, all united in a common call to make zero hunger a global reality.
Today, we can no longer delude ourselves by thinking that the consequences of our failures impact only those who are hidden out of sight. The hungry faces of so many who still suffer challenge us and invite us to re-examine our lifestyles, our priorities, and our overall way of living in today's world. For this very reason, I want to bring to the attention of this international forum the multitudes who lack access to drinking water, food, essential medical care, decent housing, basic education, dignified work, so that we can share in the pain of those who are nourished by despair, tears, and misery alone. How can we fail to remember all of those who are condemned to death and hardship in Ukraine, Gaza, Haiti, Afghanistan, Mali, the Central African Republic, Yemen, and South Sudan, to name just a few places on the planet where poverty has become the daily bread of so many of our brothers and sisters. The international community cannot look the other way. We must make their suffering our own. We cannot aspire to a more just social life if we are not willing to rid ourselves of the apathy that justifies hunger as if it were background music which we've grown accustomed to, an unsolvable problem, or simply someone else's responsibility. We cannot demand action from others if we ourselves fail to honor our own commitments. By our omission, we become complicit in the promotion of injustice. We cannot hope for a better world, a bright and peaceful future, if we are not willing to share what we ourselves have received. Only then can we affirm with truth and courage that no one has been left behind. I invoke upon all of you gathered here today, the FAO and its officials, who strive daily to fulfill their responsibilities with virtue and to lead by example, the blessings of God, who cares for the poor, the hungry, and the helpless. May God renew in each of us that hope which does not disappoint. The challenges that lie before us are immense, but so is our potential and the possible courses of action. Hunger has many names and weighs upon the entire human family. Every human person hungers not only for bread, but also for everything that allows for maturity and growth towards the happiness for which all have been created. There is a hunger for faith, hope, and love that must be channeled into the comprehensive response that we are called to carry out together. What Jesus said to his disciples when facing a hungry crowd remains a key and pressing challenge for the international community. Give them something to eat. With the small contribution of the disciples, Jesus performed a great miracle. Do not tire, then, of asking God today for the courage and the energy to continue to work toward a justice that will yield lasting and beneficial results. As you continue your efforts, you will always be able to count on the solidarity, engagement, the commitment of the Holy See, and the institutions of the Catholic Church that stand ready to go out and serve the poorest and the most disadvantaged throughout the world.
Now, in other news, a few minutes ago, police were forced to use tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse huge crowds outside the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, where thousands of mourners have gathered for the public viewing of the late former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga's body. The situation turned chaotic as mourners blocked the main entrance, making it difficult for the funeral convoy and officials to access the venue. Although the body of the late Odinga is already inside the stadium, sources indicate that it may be currently be kept in a VIP lodge, possibly undergoing preservation procedures before being brought out to the public for viewing. This comes amid reports that the remains did not make it to a stopover at Lee Funeral Home as earlier planned in the official program shared by the Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, who chairs the National Funeral Steering Committee. Still in Kasarani, one person is presumed dead following the chaos, though this information remains unconfirmed as authorities work to restore order at the venue. Security has since been tightened, with police urging mourners to remain calm and cooperate with organizers to ensure a dignified farewell for the late statesman. And the body of the former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga arrived in Kenya this morning from India, where he passed away on Wednesday morning. An emotional scene unfolded at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport as thousands of mourners gathered to receive the late opposition leader, fondly known as Baba. The Kenya Airways aircraft carrying his remains touched down shortly after 9 a.m., met by family members, top government officials, and the ODM party leaders. Despite tight security, crowds surged to the runway and exit points, determined to pay their final respects. And moving forward, and still on the update of the final moments, the final journey of former Prime Minister Raila Odinga began Thursday morning amid emotional and chaotic scenes at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. His body was flown home from India, where he passed away on Wednesday. Thousands of mourners thronged the airport and city routes, overwhelming security as they sought a final glimpse of a man they fondly called Baba. The crowd surrounded the coffin as it was offloaded, turning the solemn ceremony into a powerful, spontaneous display of national grief. The motorcade struggled to move through emotional supporters, many blowing whistles, vuvuzelas, and wailing in sorrows as they followed the hearse into the city. Tension crept Parliament today as hundreds of mourners who had gathered to view the body of former Prime Minister Raila Odinga breached security barriers, forcing authorities to change plans for the public viewing. The mourners, chanting slogans in Raila's honor, attempted to access Parliament through both the Senate and the National Assembly gates, prompting security officers to cordon the area. And as the situation worsened, Speakers Moses Wetangula and Amason Jeffa Kingi, together with the Senate Clerk Jeremiah Nyengenye and the National Assembly Clerk Samuel Joroge, retreated to review security arrangements and agreed to move the viewing of to the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, to ensure safety and accommodate the large numbers. Meanwhile, Senator Leda Maulekina and Embakasi East MP Babu Owino tried to appeal to the crowds to maintain order, but their efforts failed as the mourners continued chanting and followed Owino's convoy toward the city center. Security personnel later sealed off the Parliament, and legislators were advised to return to their offices and to Kasarani, Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. The government of Kenya has declared Friday, October 17, 2025, a public holiday to allow the nation to participate in the state funeral of former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, fondly known as Baba. The announcement was made through a Gazette notice number 15007, published today, stating that the holiday was declared under Section 3 of the Public Holidays Act in honor of the late leader. Meanwhile, the official burial is scheduled for Sunday, October 19th. Friday's holiday will coincide with the state funeral ceremonies at Nyayo National Stadium, including public viewing, memorial services, and official tributes. The government offices, schools, and many businesses will remain closed to give Kenyans the opportunity to participate in the national mourning. Flags continue to fly at half-mast, and condolence books have been opened across the country and in foreign missions Raila Odinga's passing has drawn messages of sympathy from leaders around the world, including Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who hailed him for strengthening India-Kenya relations. And that there brings us to the end of this edition of Catholic Focus. As we mourn the passing on of our national icon, may we also be reminded of our Christian call to compassion, justice, and stewardship, ensuring that no one goes hungry in our midst. Thank you for watching this bulletin. Special thanks to our production team. I am Deborah Mania, and on behalf of our sign language interpreter Jane Mbaya, and the entire Catholic Focus team, may God bless you and may peace be upon our nation.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel. Watching Capuchin TV. For any complaints, comments, or compliments on our programming, you can either write to us on info@capuchintv.co.ke or you can call us directly on 0717 424 866. Your complaint shall be addressed within 7 days. Remember to keep a copy of your communication with us. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity.
Ninakushukuru Baba Mungu wangu kwa mema unayonitendea Baba. Siku zote ninawaza jinsi gani nitalipa nini mimi kwa shukrani. Moyoni mwangu, moyoni mwangu, moyoni mwangu, moyoni mwangu. Nisiposema neno asante, nisipokiri wema wa Mungu.
This December and into February 2026, Capuchin TV invites you to a Jubilee of Grace and Thanksgiving. Join Reverend Father Silvanus Kizito Iloka as he celebrates 25 years of faithful priestly service, a silver jubilee marked with joy, prayer, and thanksgiving across 3 sacred altars of worship. The celebrations begin on Sunday, 14th December 2025, at St. Philip's Mukomari Parish in the Diocese of Kakamega. Continues on Monday, 15th December 2025, with a home celebration at Kambiri Sub-Parish. And this journey of grace concludes on Sunday, 22nd February 2026, at Holy Cross Catholic Church, Chani, in the Archdiocese of Mombasa. Each day will begin with the holy sacrifice of the Mass celebrated at 10 a.m. East African Time. Be part of this moment of grace, live on Capuchin TV and streaming across all our social media platforms as we uplift our hearts in thanksgiving and rejoice in God's wondrous works. Wherever you are, join the celebration. Follow, like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel and connect with us on social media to journey with us through these blessed occasions. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel.
Ninakushukuru Baba Mungu moyoni mwangu, nisiposema neno asante, nisipokiri wema wa Mungu. We are the women on our journey, hearing the call, walking in faith. We are the women on our journey, walking towards mercy mission.
God's holy will be done in all things. May He never leave the choice to us. Venerable Catherine Macaulay, foundress of the Congregation of the Sisters of Mercy. The Sisters of Mercy are called to be the compassionate presence of God in our world. On Saturday, the 18th of October 2025, 3 Sisters of Mercy will make their perpetual profession. These are Sister Agnes Mwikali Kitaka from Our Lady of Assumption, Masinga Parish in the Diocese of Machakos, Sister Regina Wanjiru Kariuki from Our Lady of Sorrows, Kinungi Parish in Nakuru Diocese, and Sister Sylvia Nasimiyu Matanda from Mary Mother of God Parish, Kimwanga in the Diocese of Bungoma.
We are the women on our journey, hearing the call, walking in faith.
The celebration will take place at St. Austin's Catholic Church, Msongari in Nairobi Archdiocese. The Holy Mass will begin at 10 a.m. East African Time, presided over by the Most Reverend Maurice Muhatia Makumba, the Metropolitan Archbishop of Kisumu. The Congregation of the Sisters of Mercy warmly invites you to join them on this joyful occasion. Your prayers and presence will be deeply appreciated. This sacred event will be broadcasted live on Capuchin TV and streamed across all our social media platforms. Capuchin TV congratulates the Sisters of Mercy for their tireless mission in Kenya, touching hearts and lives in the most compassionate ways.
We are the women on our journey, hearing the call, walking in faith. We are the women on our journey, walking towards mercy mission.
Follow, like, share, and subscribe.
It's a time of faith, joy, and thanksgiving. DePaul Austin Academy and Junior School invites you to their confirmation and end-of-year Mass. The event will take place on Monday, 20th October 2025 at St. Peter Quihota Catholic Church, and Reverend Father Ruben Jagi will be our gracious host. The Holy Mass will begin at 9 a.m. East African Time and will be presided over by His Lordship, Right Reverend Wallace Ng'ang'a, Bishop of the Military Ordinariate in Kenya. The event will be brought to you live on Capuchin TV and across all our social media platforms. Come join us as we celebrate our young faithful receiving the gifts of the Holy Spirit and thank God for a blessed school year. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel.